backing up.
We never left.
We're backing it up.
Clear.
So how's everybody this holiday season? What you got to say?
Me?
No. I was talking to my audience. Nobody's answering me.
Oh, are you live?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Zubai by Ashy just posted, I can't stop thinking about you, Holy Grill. Blood in, blood out with you, blood thick eternal. Wow, that's amazing. Alright, I gotta get rid of that. Okay. So apparently Venus blocked me. The whole...
She can't take the heat.
Can't take the heat.
She can't handle Aphrodite.
Yeah. It's a bunch of BS, if you ask me. Bunch of fools playing games. What else going on? We got the energy's changing. Some real bad shiznit went down a couple days ago, but things shifted. Yeah.
Everything's changing. All the plans are changing. Our hearts are changing.
Our hearts are changing. People are changing.
People are showing up different.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing the fakery in people, like, even at the levels that we think we're at in whatever community when you want to put us in, whether it be truth community, the new age community, the conspiracy theory community,
The blood
community. People want to be like super fake and pretend they live in a fake ass life and live in little fantasy land.
They're doing road work here again.
Should I turn around?
Oh, I don't know if you can now. Well, you can, but looks like we're moving. It feels like people are like closing off instead of continuing to be open. Like getting a little dogmatic in...
Can I turn?
I think so.
Well,
can you?
I guess I can't.
Okay. Wow.
They're like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, at least they're gonna fix it. Look at that dome, you guys. Ooh, it's freaking cool. It's the Caribbean. Prophetic dreams.
Been having crazy lucid dreams lately. But I want to say that Angel of Darkness did just make a video about family and how family is not like a blood, your family is not somebody you just toss under the bus the moment you disagree about that with them. And the b.o.i thing has turned into a total cult, and they're talking about gangbanging the holy hole. It's just vulgar. And
I feel like it's trickery.
Yeah.
I do, because I got it at, late 2016, and it was just some dude named Quasi Luminous, and now all of a sudden he's Satan. That's flat out deceitful.
And the fool doesn't even understand what PMS is. Like, I'm just like, whatever. PMS stands for premenstrual symptoms. That means it happens before your menstruation. So women don't have, well, first of all, PMS is a myth. It doesn't exist. And it's an excuse for women who don't know how to handle their emotional problems. So whenever they feel upset, they can blame it on their PMS. And then they hate it when guys are upset, or when they think their woman's upset and they say, oh, are you PMSing? And the woman's like, oh, I can't have emotions. It's like, well, you dug your own grave. But if it does exist, it happens before your period, not while you're bleeding, okay? So you don't even know what you're talking about. That's all I gotta say
About the period part.
Yeah. And it pisses me off that women use PMS because they use it as an excuse, and then it backfires because then they're never allowed to have emotions.
You see, I see that a little bit differently. I have to say, I see it more like
And medically doesn't exist too.
right. But I think that there is something to it. I think that we hold a lot of our stuff in, and we're nice, and we're the yes man a lot of the time. And then when we get those hormone surges during that time of the month, it's harder to hide it. So it's people who aren't able to speak their truth and use their voice in their day-to-day life that end up with PMS. That's kind of how I see it.
Guys think that PMS happens during the period. Like, oh, PMS, are you on your rag? It's like, okay, no.
Dude, I knew a guy who
PMS
thought
happens before you bleed.
Peed out of your vagina. I mean, they don't always know what's
But
going on.
I found most women are cranky during their period, so that technically wouldn't be PMS. So that's it doesn't. It's all just
Mine's before.
hormones. And how about just owning when you feel shitty and say I feel shitty and not blaming it on.
I also think it's a magical time of the month where you can, I don't even like that word very much, but where you have a little bit more power and you wield it. I don't know. I think viewing it as a syndrome or as something bad that's happening is ridiculous.
Right. But you sound extremely ignorant, okay? If you say you're PMSing during your period. If you're bleeding, you can't be PMSing because it's pre-menstrual symptoms. So you can just say I'm MSing, okay?
What did he say? Like you gotta eat her blood.
He's
for
like,
her?
oh, you gotta lick that pussy blood up. You know, your woman's PMSing. She on the rag. She nasty when she's on the rag. You gotta be licking up that pussy blood, bruh.
But didn't he say she's PMSing because you're not doing that?
Yeah, like it has some kind of, no.
Here's another down.
Stupid. Yeah, and I would, it's one thing if you're saying something new with your blood over intent, okay? If you're rewriting your words, or if you're having a new proclamation, okay, I get it. But if you're just bleeding over the same words over and over again, you're devaluing the original blood over intent. What is the purpose of you continually bleeding over the same words? As far as I'm concerned, it's just glory. You just want to have friends online to give you a little thumbs up every time you bleed on a piece of paper that says nothing original.
Well, it's also a lack of trust in the process you claim to have so much faith in, because
Why did you do it again?
if you believe that it worked, it's sort of like people with their dogs who tell their dog to stay, and then they keep saying stay, stay. The dog heard it the first time.
Yeah, and you're just reinforcing not following through.
Yeah, so it seems like if you're not willing to dig deeper than blood over intent, that's probably the problem.
And it devalues your original spell. Like, it's not like, when you get married, you don't need to do the vows over and over again. Like, one time is enough.
And if you're donating your blood, you're feeding vampires.
Yeah, that's silly.
Don't do that. Don't take that cue. I don't know if I'd be behind that guy. It's got
Ryan like a fake DeLorean with like a TV jury rigged up.
No, it's a very skinny rope though for a chair. With his trunk held open.
Oh, the lady looks cracked out. She does. Cracked out!
The Alaska Glacier Cruise.
So yeah, I'm not impressed by you fools bleeding all over a piece of paper with the same words on it over and over again. As far as I'm concerned, it's a circle jerk, okay? Like,
anything that repeats itself ad nauseum
you're just feeding some kind of...
is dogmatic. It's rhetoric. It is. They're sounding very evangelical, like the whole Venus thing and all of that too. It sounds so like you're with Satan, or you know like you have to subscribe to this particular way of thinking about it.
I did
be
blood
in their
over intent
group.
for myself to release my DNA from bondage and my code. I think it has to do with the code and the spell. Yeah, you're doing some funky ass magic. If you have to do your spell over and over and over again, you know, it makes it worthless. It's like printing a bunch of money. You know, it becomes worthless.
I also think it's the province of women. I don't think men should slay themselves, but that's just
you know, you don't get any extra points for bleeding. Like, woohoo! Join the club. Yippee!
You know who else has spilled gallons and gallons of blood?
Me?
These guys. These guys. A regular fucking basis.
I bleed. I bleed. I bleed. Yeah.
Look at these clouds.
Oh, there's like about 32 different ones right in front of us. Bite me. If you can't bite me, then call. Okay. Yeah, so, and I have a theory that all is a demon that everybody in the b.o.i cult is worshiping. I've looked it up. There are some demons that are close to the name all. But you're doing everything for the benefit of all. Much love to all. All. We worship all.
We've discontinued the use of this word.
Yeah. As long as you're consciously minded about what you're saying.
But we know the words are a spell, so that's a slow unveiling.
And the whole thing is it's just crumbled to the ground, because if they're really benefiting all, they wouldn't throw their family under the bus the moment they think they disagree. You know, it's just, if you're about bringing people along like a Noah's Ark, you're about education. You're about, you disagree, let's talk about it. Let me understand your understanding of it. Let's ask questions. Let's discuss. Let's think of new things. It's not, oh, you don't agree with me? You're dead to me. I hate you. That's conditional love.
Very evangelical. Evil agent.
Yeah.
Evangelical.
Do you guys know what unconditional love means? Do you know? I don't think so.
What guys? Who are you talking to?
It's not blood in, blood out. And I never bled in anyways. I bled into myself. Like, there was no blood in. Like, the b.o.i family was kind of a secondary result of after me doing that it was kind of like, okay, you guys want to include me? I'll be included. That's cool. But it's super fucked up and deceptive to be like, oh, you're my family, and now since we're family, you have to agree with everything I say, and if you don't, fuck you. You're dead. That's how it is, right?
Yeah, but I just want to say that is, I think it's divided. I think there's plenty of people who feel like we do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that
they're scared
running the community over there like they think they are.
And I think, honestly, that the main leaders, not Quasi, but like Venus and some other people or agents
left in the light.
They have a modus operandi to steer the narrative and to put people up that are not very credible.
Are you gonna go?
Oh
my gosh.
Sorry. I thought that was like a blinking green one.
You're scared.
They have different signals here.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like nastiness. I mean, that's why even in the very beginning, when I first started this, I would always listen to Devin because...
Yeah, he's uplifting.
It's like a brother.
And
in my face.
His words match his intention. Like, if you're really for the benefit of all, I feel it. I feel it in my heart space. Okay, go, lady. If you're for the benefit of all, I'm not watching you scream at me and have really shitty energy. and energy like you're full of nanobots and you're medicated. Oh,
I don't think they're gonna go.
I don't think so either. She's Elise. And guess what? We have emotions. Our faces move. We talk with animation, gesticulations. We're happy. We're sad sometimes. We ask questions. We're not monotone, frozen people like zombies.
I don't understand doing split screen videos where you're supposed to be having a conversation with someone and never say a word.
Yeah.
And that person like is flipping out on the other screen. That's
Totally.
just weird.
Totally. I can't even hold that face for very long. You have to be under some serious medication to act like that all the time. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Prozac.
Oh, look at this little dog. This is not a medical advice video, although I am very qualified to give medical advice and prescribe Prozac. So that's all I'm gonna say. It is like jam-packed here.
Wow, yeah. We need some supplies.
We need some supplies.
I'm starving. We can park right here.
We're gonna park at the farthest parking space. Well, everybody, bye. I might go live later, who knows? See ya.